Right, in the golf swing, obviously one of the main things that we have to look at in gaining consistency is to get a good and consistent swing plane. And with modern technology we have aids like the Explanar here, which help us to do exactly that, is to get a consistent plane. And what we're going to do today is just to give you a short little demonstration as to how the Explanar works and how it can seriously benefit your swing, and also hopefully get you up here to come and practice on it. It'll certainly bring your scores down. Alright, so if you'd like to stand in the middle of the Explanar there, we're going to put your 2 feet exactly shoulder width apart and make sure that the black stripe is in the middle of your 2 feet. I'd like you to take a normal grip there. Okay, so when we look at the grip, first of all, let's just ensure, take the right hand off. Make sure that you have a parallel thumb. That would mean that your thumb runs parallel to the shaft and not as long as it is there. We want a nice short thumb and a little bit more parallel to the shaft. So the pad would be parallel, not on top, just a little bit like that. You'd see 2 knuckles from the top. Right, now what you can do now is just fold your right hand over and you'd see that it would fit it perfectly, nice and comfortable. That's a much better grip you have there. Okay, so when we look at the Explanar, there's a couple of elements that we want to bring into it. The first and most important is obviously that we need to initiate the shoulder swing. So I'm going to do it step by step for you. Firstly, showing you how the Explanar helps you to get that good shoulder initiation going, and thereafter we'll bring in certain other aspects in the swing that will put together a swing that you can practice on the Explanar. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to do is just nice and easily, I'd like you to relax your body and just let the Explanar do the work. It's very important that you build up a nice tempo and just rock the shoulders. You'll see as you increase the distance of rocking here, you'll also see that your hips and your legs will get involved automatically. And for now, I'd just like you to do that backwards and forwards, and just let the Explanar do the roller will do the work for you. Feel the value of your shoulders and your arms rotating together. And this is all we want to do at the moment. Okay. You see the Explanar makes it nice and easy for you to get the correct swing path on the way back. Sure. Takes away the thinking for you. Okay, if you could come down to a standstill again. Alright, now what we're going to do now, the next element in a good golf swing is to ensure that we have a certain amount of wrist hinge. Okay. Now most people think when we talk about wrist hinge that this is wrist hinge. Okay. And in fact it's not. An essential part of the golf swing is that we get a certain element of wrist hinge like that. And you can see, if we do it properly, we've got about 90 degrees of wrist hinge. You might not think it's very important. You'd say to me, why, what ingredient, or that ingredient, how can that be important in the golf swing? But it's actually essential. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to help you to do the first part, i.e. initiate the shoulders and the arms, and then to bring in that wrist hinge, which is essential. It's the leverage that brings power into the golf swing. Okay, so we're going to do the same again, nice and easy. Remember, rhythm is all important here. Okay, and now gently as we go up, we're going to bring in that wrist cock. So you're going to cock it up there, and as you come through, unhinge. Hinge up and unhinge, gently increasing the width that you go back. Hinge up and hinge through. And hinge up, nice and gentle, let the roller do the work for you. Hinge up and hinge through, and continue to build up momentum. Hinge up and hinge through. I'd like you to see you hinge as much as you can. Very good. Now you'll see automatically your hips and legs come into it as well. And now you've already built up to a nice 3/4 swing right there. Hinge up and hinge through. Hinge up and hinge through, and you can come to a standstill again for me. Now you've got 2 of the 3 elements already there, being obviously the shoulder rotation and the hinging. Now all we're going to bring in to complete this Explanar lesson for you is on the downswing, we're just going to introduce your hips to bring the club down. So in other words, the hinging up. As we go to the top of the swing, we will start down with our hips just unhinging the club there. Alright, so we're going to try that again, slowly building up. So the shoulders start everything off, slowly increase and bring the hinging of the wrists in, and go up a little bit higher on the next one for me to a full swing. And now let the hips bring you down. Let's go up again and pull through with the hips. Very good. And once more up and pull through with the hips. Fantastic. Very well done. Thank you. Now obviously doing this in a regular and consistent fashion will improve your golf swing plane Alright, the plane being the hoop that you go around, and any consistent golfer has got a consistent plane. Okay. Now, if you'd like to come up to the driving range and use this fantastic tool regularly, please contact the Pro Shop. It's 300 Rand for the whole season, which I'm sure is a bargain. Come up to the range when it's available, you use it when you like, as simple as that.